back to my channel. And for those of you that are new here or just recently found my channel, I am Gwen. I am an older woman with transgender experience making all kinds of content. Everyone here is welcome as long as you're kind and considerate. And all you haters that have found my channel, obviously your feed has brought you here because you're searching for transgender women. So if you have any negative comments, just go click off. So how has everybody been? I hope your weekend was good. I hope your week is going well. Not too much really going on with me. I finished. You can't see it here, but I did finish the bedroom. I'm like 99% there. There's just two little tiny shelves, maybe one or two tiny shelves that I want to hang up yet. And I'm going to show you some video of the way the room looks. So we're starting off and we're looking at the headboard. I'm sorry, brain fart. We're looking at the headboard, and on this side of the headboard is the two little shelves that I need to put up yet. Not a big deal. So then we move it across, and I have the two shelves up that I wanted to put up, and I think I have everything on there that I wanted to. And kind of move some furniture around, and I wound up purchasing, it's a dressing table, but it also serves as like a chest of drawers. There's 3 storage drawers underneath that you can put all kinds of things in. I mostly wanted it for the mirror, and the top drawer has all my cosmetics and makeup in there, so which is really nice. It's all very convenient and handy and easy to get to. And then, like I said, I moved some furniture around. I took the desk that was in here out, and I now have it's an old school desk that my in-laws got from someplace, but it actually was used in a school somewhere. And I have the printer sitting on that, and that's next to my computer desk where I'm actually filming right now. So that's pretty much the way the room is now. Like I said, the only thing I have left to do is maybe like 1 or 2 shelf brackets. I'm sorry, 1 or 2 little shelves on the right side of the headboard. And I'm still kind of up in the air about changing the curtains. These are original. They're 35 years old. They've kind of faded a little bit. And they're the old pull string closure, hook type closure curtains, and I'm thinking of going to just a rod with the big loops in the curtain, so you manually slide it back and forth, which it gets rid of the mechanism of the string. And I think the new curtains that I was looking at on the window where the printer is, those curtains are a little short, so the new ones would be a little bit longer. So, but they would still be pink. These are like a faded pink. These would be a pink curtains, so it wouldn't change much. Just maybe the way they hang or the way they look. But I'm in no hurry to do that. The rest of the room is all done, and it's really nice. It's cozy. It's comfortable in here, which is the way a bedroom should be. So like I said, I got that done. Saturday I met the girls for coffee. It was the first time in 5 weeks. It was really, really nice. About 3 miles away from where us girls meet for coffee is a male friend of my mother-in-law's, and she rode along with me when I went to see the girls, so I dropped her off and then went and had coffee and then came back and picked her up. This was really the first time socially that my mother-in-law has been with me when I have been out. I mean, I've taken her to medical appointments as my authentic self. This is the first time that I was actually going someplace socially and taking her with me. Not that it's a big deal for myself, because this is just who I am. You know, this is my authentic self now. So you know, it was more so that she can see that I don't change from day to day, or you know, if she thinks that because she's unaccepting, because you know, she thinks that you know I'm just dressing up for whatever reason. But no, I mean, this is the way I live now. So this is who I am. So it was, you know, a little bit of, you know, hoping to get her to get used to or become more accustomed to being out in public with me. So we'll see how that goes. Other than let's see. Sunday was Father's Day in the United States, and my kids, they celebrate both Mother's Day and Father's Day. So since it was just the three of us, they said, well, you know, we're going to give you a little bit of a break, and they bought dinner. They bought Chinese food, so we had that for dinner on Sunday, which was kind of nice. Other than that, really not too much for myself going on. I could delve into a lot of the news, which hasn't been very happy of recent. For those of you that may or may not be aware of it, on Saturday there was Wisconsin. No, it is Minnesota. Yes, I'm sorry, it is Minnesota. Minnesota state senator and a Minnesota state representative that were gunned down because of their pro-life abortion stance. Their pro-life stance, let's put it that way. They were gunned down. Sadly, the one state representative, both her and her husband, passed away from the shooting, leaving their two teenage kids the day before Father's Day to be left alone now, which is sad. It was just senseless, unneeded violence that just doesn't need to happen. Of course, for the rest of the world, there is the escalation of tensions between Iran and Israel. I'm hoping that's not going to escalate into another war that the world has to deal with, along with the war in Ukraine, and let's see, the Congo, in Zimbabwe, in Africa. There's just, it's a bit much, and it saddens me, and I'm not going to say it confuses me, it just saddens me that we as human beings cannot get along, and we're fighting over geography, economic conditions, political ideology, religious theology. Why? We're needlessly killing each other for what? It's so sad. Why can't people? I don't know the answer. I don't know what it will take, but it's just so sad that people are needlessly and senselessly killing each other. And like I said, I don't know what the answer is. I definitely think it does need to, the political rhetoric and the gun violence in the United States needs to change. But you know, it's just, it's my opinion. I know others would feel otherwise, but there's no need for this, and if something isn't done, it's going to get worse. And considering that the U.S. has always been looked up to as the greatest country in the world, we're slowly self-destructing, and it's sad to see. So, but enough of my soapbox. I'm gonna get off of that. Because I, not too much really going on the rest of this week. My daughter, Thursday, I take my daughter to the airport. She's flying to Seattle for a comic convention, and her boyfriend from Texas is flying up to see and meet her. So get to spend the weekend together, which is really, really nice. Because she only gets to see him about once a year. So this will be kind of nice for both of them. They're going to have a fun time, which is really, really great. So she flies out Thursday. She flies back Monday night. I have to pick her up. I have electrolysis on Thursday. Friday's grocery shopping. All that boring stuff. Saturday, I don't know. I was thinking maybe of having a play date for the dogs, but they're talking it's going to be hot, humid, potential thunderstorms. Like every weekend in June, it has been raining, and actually the reason I'm not filming outside today is it's getting dark, and they're calling for thunderstorms starting today all the way through tomorrow and into Thursday again. May was, in this area, May was the rainiest month in 25 years. And I think June is also headed for that direction also. I have a vegetable garden, and I have not had to water it yet because of the rain that we've been getting every so many days. My garden is being watered, and I'm picking lots of produce already. Usually I pick radishes. I love radishes. I pick radishes by Father's Day, and I actually have been picking them for 3 weeks, pulling them out of the ground and eating them, at least for the past 3 weeks. They're huge. I picked one the other day. Let's get over here. It was this big around, and it was that tall. It was huge for a radish. Oh my gosh. It tasted wonderful. My lettuce is coming up. I mean, I could start picking leaves of lettuce already, which is absolutely amazing. The rest of my crops just didn't seem to do anything this year. I planted cucumbers. They didn't go anywhere. I planted tomatoes. They didn't go anywhere. But if a lot of you may have remembered when I was filming out in the sunroom, is that I have a hydroponic tomato plant, so I still have tomatoes, so I'm not going to be without tomatoes. But the garden just didn't really do so much this year. It's certain things. Carrots, I planted carrots. They're coming up. My root crops, a lot of your root crops are my cabbage. I have red cabbage. It's doing phenomenal. I mean, they got leaves this big on it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So certain crops are doing really, really well with this rainy weather. Now we're heading into the warm part. I think the next week to 10 days they're talking of 85 to 90 degree Fahrenheit weather, so it's going to be kind of warm and sticky, which is about right for the end of June, heading in July for this area. So, but anyways, so this weekend, the rest of this week for me, like I said, electrolysis on Thursday, taking my daughter to the airport. Friday's grocery shopping. Saturday, I don't know if the dog play date will happen. I haven't arranged anything, mostly because of the possibility of rain. So I've always got something to do around here. There's house cleaning to do, cooking to do, whatever that needs to be done. So it might be a low-key weekend for myself. So I've kind of rambled on long enough. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, an even better weekend. As always, like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, suggestions, ideas of something you'd like me to talk about, please in the comments section below. Those of you that have been around long enough know that I answer each and every comment personally. I make these videos for all of you because you are part of my extended family, and this is a way for me to keep in contact with my extended family, which you are all part of. Even though I may have not met each and every one of you, I consider you all part of my family. So with that, I'm going to close, and like I said, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe, please, please stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all right here next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.